Too sketchy!
Hey, what's going on YouTube? Too sketchy coming at you, and you saw what he said. Paranoid Kamikaze versus Capuch. Let's see what happened exactly by taking a look at their replay here. So Paranoid is rocking the Space Marines on the blue and green. Nice little color scheme going on here. He is rocking the Assault Terminators, Kill Team Iron Maw, and Gabriel Angelos. Thank you for the drop pods. I'm glad we can see those. Ablative Armor, Venerable Dreadnoughts Command Assault Leap, and improved Listening Post. Brain fart there. I didn't know what the hell that was for a second. Let's check out the other side of the map. We do have Capuch with the Eldar. Taldir is here to fight Jane Zar, and so is Farsia Maka, and his doctrines are going to be Avenger Shield, improved Plasma Grenades, and Focus Shield for the Falcons. Let's undo the Fog of War, which already has been done for us. Resuming the game, and checking out what these boys, and all girls, hey, has brought to the table here with the opening build. Bone Singer and 3 DAs following that. On the other side of the map, we do have Tactical Marines. My birds are going crazy in the background. They're excited. They've been in and out. One of them actually got sick not too long ago, so I'm happy that she's just fine. However, back to the cast, we do have Tactical Marines coming out of the Stronghold with another one following up. Nothing in the drop pods just yet. I'm thinking that he's going to try to save up as much power, requisition that he can, because they do take 400. He does have enough, and there you go. Indeed, indeed. Bone Singer's were able to cap the top section of the map with a Bone Singer, and now building a power requisition generator. Just a power generator, as the Servitor is doing the same, but building a requisition generator. Down at the bottom, we do see a bunch of red dots. However, here's the first, I guess, meet and greet. We do have a Bone Singer. Gotta U-turn this and turn this sucker around. Observer School came out of the Servitor, and this Bone Singer says, you know what, I'm out, especially with that warp. However, Bone Singer is like a little brother. He's like, hey, these guys were picking on me, and he's calling some DAs to come in and maybe help out on this. However, these Tactical Marines are going to be able to get into the heavy cover. DAs do step up with the Plasma Grenades to deny this cap, and this is going to step up. Now we have an all-out shootout here. And, yeah, frag grenade being utilized on Tactical Marines. We do have a dropout coming out. This was the dropout that he called in after building the 2 Tactical Marines. Where is this third one, you ask? Doesn't matter, because that frag grenade blew up this thing. Damn! Woo! Where is this third one? Oh, okay. Alright. Nice job here. Harassing the power node to diminish whatever power he was getting. Birds are going crazy. Y'all need to calm down over there. It's just some Space Marines. However, staying there might not be a good idea, because we do have 3 squads of DAs moving up on us. I think moving this squad a bit further, so he's not going to be... Oh, he did it. He preemptively threw the Plasma Grenade thinking that he was going to move over. However, he didn't move. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but it looks like he's going to make it out just fine. The way the DAs work, the mechanic is sort of like an overheating gun where they can't shoot after a certain amount of time. Once this bar at the bottom fills up, they can't shoot anymore, and this Tactical Marine is going to be just fine. That's the bar I was talking about, the little green one. Once that fills up, they have to stop firing, and that's kind of what makes them so weak at getting listening posts and or improved listening posts, because they have to shoot, and all of a sudden they can't shoot anymore. They have to retreat, you know, the whole forcing to poke and retreat at the same time. Now DAs are stepping up into the heavy cover. Are they going to be able to cap this? However, these Tactical Marines do step up to try to avoid that. And, ooh, nice focus on that DA squad, especially with the frag. However, this TAC needs to retreat. Please retreat this TAC. He is going to get burned down if he doesn't micro him out. All the DAs do focus on him. And, man, he should have definitely microed that squad out. Exchanging 1 for 0. What would have been okay, he instead exchanged 1 for 1. So, both Arby's losing a squad there. We do have the Warrior Portal up on the middle section of the map with a Webway Gate here as well. You see the Circle of Influence of their Fleet of Foot ability. DAs did just come out of the Warrior Portal, and regaining what was what was his with that Bone Singer and a power wreck. Why not call them power wreck? Power generators. Dire Avengers are reinforcing themselves by the webway assembly. However, we do have tactical marines harassing another point here, and goodbye requisition generator, just avoiding the improved plasma grenade is going to make it out just fine, taking a bit of damage on the way out. And that's that engagement. So good job harassing points over and over again. Looks like we have a Bone Singer here. I don't know what he's up to, but he's down here. Kill Team Armor, fresh out the oven. Looks like they were on fire there for a second. He does have them maxed out to their master portrait ability thing, aura. And looks like it's almost like Capuch knows, you know what, these Space Marines are going to come through here. We are going to have a shootout here. Plasma grenades 1, plasma grenade 2. The servitor fell down like he fell down some steps and had to recover. However, he does tie up the Dire Avengers to be able to stop the DPS coming out of them. But if he miss micros here, he might take a dive here. Indeed he does, and the frag grenade does hit one squad of DAs, and he's focusing up the Bone Singer. The Bone Singer can definitely warp out of there. However, not in time. It does take a bit of time. Yeah, a couple milliseconds to be able to channel that ability and warp out. And does get caught building a listening post. Throwing out a grenade, checking if everyone's in here. Kill Team Armor does step up. Flame, also Vortex grenade. Hello. Bit early there. Anticipating some Dire Avengers coming through here. However, they did retreat, and he's being very defensive here, utilizing the turret range as a defensive posture. Plasma grenades hit up some ASMs. These ASMs don't have their first jump ability because it did get disrupted. However, every DA here right now is focusing this Assault Marine. And this Assault Marine has to sleep out of here as Kill Team Armor is burning down the listening post and the power gen. And that's going to be gone. I think they're going to be not only able to get this, but get out of here with no problem at all. They're a bit tanky. Well, not really tanky, but the whole mechanic of, you know, DAs not being able to shoot after a while, the whole overheating gun type ability and or mechanic makes them more of a hit and run type army. So yeah, they're gonna be just fine. I mean, that was really close, but nevertheless, again, good job harassing. You know what, with that said though, he is harassing at one point here, one point there, but look at what Eldar have down there. And on this map, I personally enjoy building right here, just because this is the biggest resource point on this map. It's 3 nodes compared to 2 nodes everywhere else. It's huge. It's a huge difference, I think. And looking at the economy build so far compared to the Space Marine, I think Capuch is going to be able to scale off of this a lot better and just have more units. What is going on here? It looks like we're going for the shield generator. Farsia Maka gonna throw out her Q ability, Singing Spear, and then use the Psyker Blast just to make sure to keep these units away as he is attacking the shield gen. Hello, there's a turret here, buddy. Wait, what? Alright, now he's kind of caught up in the corner, and we are moving in on this. These DAs are a bit like getting claustrophobic here. Being put against the court. Wait, what the hell? Mass recall? Wait, what? ASMs do jump out of it. However, the grenade stops them from mass recalling. Good job there to keep them in this corner. What is going on? Why would you step up like this? Farsia Maka, goodbye. Last chance, however, does come in. She might be able to. She still has her entire combo. You can definitely just Q this and then E for temporal wave to put this, just to stop this damage from coming out. However, Maka's gone. All these DAs are dead. Wow! What did I just witness? What the hell just happened here? Capuch seemed like he had everything in order until this happened. So Paranoid definitely winning that fight and putting himself ahead. You know, being that Eldar does have a significant amount of generators everywhere. It doesn't mean that he's just out of the fight yet. He does have to rebuild, but he has enough resources to do so. Compared to... how do I say this? I think utilizing that one fight that you definitely one, it's time to move on and do something about that. I think I would have went straight shield generator after that fight. Maybe even build a doctrine chapel or something to be able to reinforce the units with. These ASMs did move down to the middle part of the map and harass another point. However, I don't see anything else happening other than harassing points. These guys are most likely going to be just fine to be able to leap out of there indeed. And then same thing is happening up top. However, there's a listening post built this time to be able to stop this harass that's been happening lately. And the Kill Team Armor is back with full health, and they are going to go into the heavy cover. But just by the comment that he did have, that you see or saw early before this replay actually started, I can slowly see it tipping in the favor of Eldar, and then it's just because the Space Marine player, Paranoid, has 2 requisition gens up here, right? And 2 power nodes up here, correct? And that's it. That is all he has. Literally all he has. And it's not even upgraded. So it's doing a decent amount of income for himself. However, the Eldar player consistently is able to rebuild this, which, you know, takes a little bit of money to do so, but it's not that bad. And he's able to hold on to this triple point. And this is huge. This triple point is creating enough economy for him to be able to rebuild this without taking any loss to his profits. We do have the Eldar stepping up to this. This is going to be a really big harass, and hopefully he's going to be able to get this one. Do have the majority of the Eldar stepping up to be able to fend off this attack. And power node, nope, the power gens are gonna stay, so sure, you know, good harass, but you gotta start doing other things. Look at the, wow, I just realized, look at the float. Okay, so there's problem number 2 for you. The float is immense. I don't know when this started. I hope he's just started floating now. But in 10 minutes to have 1,000 requisition, that's where I think that's a huge problem. Actually, we do have the Doctrine Chapel now finally coming out. But let's say you use that requisition that you've acquired so far. We do have a Falcon on the field to be able to build your secondary army. So this is your, let's say, harass army. And the other one that you would have been able to build with this amount of requisition would have been your harass, I mean, your like, go for the throat army. The ones that are actually going to go for the objective. As he's doing with this Falcon, actually. You have a land speeder being built. I think he saw the Falcon, not Falcon, yeah, Falcon. So he's going to build the land speeder. This engage over here. Again, just DAs, nothing else. Just a bunch of DAs. Maka does send out her singing spear, and you're going to take a bunch of damage to this turret if you're not careful. I think, oh no, I thought he lost one. They were just covering right on top of each other. He does get one of those power nodes. However, Banshees are here, and Banshees do a hell of a job versus some tactical Marines. And Standard might save them just barely. Ooh, is he going to be able to make it out? Is the pew pew, is the pew pew going to be enough out of the Banshees to be able to get this squad? Woo! Man, that was close. If you would have been able to get in this stealth cover, it would have been huge. However, Falcon now backdooring the Space Marines army. We do have a drop pod coming out, and it is the ASMs. Now huddled together are the Space Marines. This Falcon actually went for the shield generator first, then moved up and killed off whatever power node he has. So now the Space Marine is making no power at all. And that's it. Now he's only sitting on requisition generator. And you can see the problem, can't you? I mean, you can start seeing the problem now. Here comes Kill Team Armor. I guess it's to fend off this Falcon. However, this Falcon is going to be a lot more mobile than Kill Team Armor. And I think he's going to go check up if he even has anything here. But he doesn't. He does not. Looks like this land speeder is chasing right behind him. Heavy bolters are here. 2 of them, actually, to be able to fight this. And there's a Viper as well. Woo, we have a bunch of vehicles. Looks like the Falcon was able to find the land speeder. Land speeder now finally harassing the triple point. And I think Kamikaze, seeing this, might already know what the problem is. You just got out macroed a bit. The harass was great and all, but it wasn't sufficient enough, and the amount of float that you had is what kind of killed you here. However, we do have a huge engagement here. Temporal wave. I think the Space Marine army did move down as the Eldar army moved up. Temporal wave out of Eldar. to be able to catch up whatever units were back here. Jane Zard gets summoned and DPSing down all the ASMs. This ASM is nearly dead. Jane Zard does utilize her combo to be able to harass the Devastator squad here. It looks like Farsia Maka got caught up in some ASMs as Gabriel Angelos catching up to this fight right here. It looks like Lance Speeder shooting down the Viper. Jane Zard, she's still back here. However, this amount of units versus Jane Zard does not do well at all. She's gonna take a dive here. However, last stance and the last chance, the passive ability out of Farsia Maka is able to help her out and might just make it out with her. Gabriel Angelos not focused on anything else but this one Dire Avenger squad, which could have been micro better. Critical strike does take it out. The Falcon does utilize the doctrine, the shield thingamajiggers, focus shield, but it does go down. Whoo! Jane Zard, not Jane Zard, but Farsia Maka does step up and it might get this one more DPS down, and that squad of Kill Team Armo does die. The fact that he didn't focus, there it is, finally. And Dire Avengers are still coming out of here. And they might be in a bad situation here if this... Oh man, he didn't. If he would have left that squad of Devastators on this corner, it would have been a lot better for him. So who won that fight? Honestly, I still think the Space Marine won that fight. I think every fight so far, the Space Marine won. However, psychologically and economically... Wait, what? I can't even think right now. Yeah, his economy is just not doing good at all. I mean, now he's rebuilding his power nodes that got completely harassed. And again, Falcon is back. We do have another Viper coming out as well. Man, I can see this being an absolute sinkhole. We do have another set of attack Marines being summoned out of drop pod for some reason. Here comes a defensive. The Eldar player knows, you know what, I think I'm messed up. I need to play defensive now. However, this Land Speeder did find a bow singer. Ooh, that hurt. That hurt a lot. We have now the Falcon with the Bone Singer stepping up. Is most likely going to try to defend us. However, the Falcon does not do too well versus the Land Speeder. It does do 60 DPS versus normal armor. However, the Land Speeder does have heavy armor. So this is armor piercing, by the way. And this has heavy armor. So believe it or not, this little thing counters that Falcon. However, we do have an engagement here. It's an absolute mess. The defensive units that were inside the shield generator are going to come out and find some Devastators. And a bunch of ASMs here trying to get the resources down. This Falcon is retreating from the Land Speeder. Jane Zard does utilize her entire combo to Shrek through this. This Land Speeder is still chasing this Falcon. However, it is being assisted by this Viper as well. There's an air fight and a land fight. This is like Battlefield or something. Gabriel Angelos does stop and idle here now. However, this Land Speeder is behind enemy lines. He's got to be careful because he's being chased by some Vipers, and Vipers do actually really well versus heavy armor units. Woo! One more hit like this and it's going to go down. There it is. Yes, indeed, it is going to go down. Oh, Vipers, as I said, they do counter heavy armor because they are true damage, actually. They don't do armor piercing, they do true damage, so they counter anything. But it does do a lot better than the Falcon. So, yeah. Kill Team Armo is back again. We have 3 Vipers. Full Eldar now. Just getting some information and trying to get them out of there. Holy. You know what damage that was? What burst damage that was? Kill Team Armo. With their rocket launcher upgrade. Jane Zard this whole time. And a Dire Avenger squad down bottom. And yes, they are harassing as much as the Space Marine. However, they're not harassing and then doing anything else. You know what I mean? It's just, you can tell that the Space Marine is very focused in this top area. Okay, look at the map. In this area alone. While the Eldar player went back here, and just utilized their army just a tad bit better. Oh, we're trying to warp out of there. And then this node down here, just alive the entire time. And it brought them to this point where I think Eldar does have a superior army here. It's all about who micros them better. These Vipers are going to be able to do so much damage. One of them got kaput! And it's just floating in dead space right now. Is he gonna be able to retreat his units in time? Hello? I think he is. This Viper, hello? Is it gonna explode by hitting that? Boom! Okay, there it is. Nice. More Vipers. I really like the amount of vehicles we see this game. We don't see that enough. Ooh, nice little combo there out of Maka. Harassing the points as he is reinforcing. And the Q back. Alright, well, the disrespect is getting real now to the point where I don't think Space Marines are going to be able to handle this. Now you can see the late game scaling come in. The economy is real. We are on escalation phase number 2 and almost entering escalation phase number 3. That means that whatever resources you do have, it's going to be generating a hell of a lot. And that's where the chaos starts happening, because you are going to be able to produce a lot more units. But with that said, you got to have resource nodes to be able to do that kind of stuff. And Eldar definitely held their own. Look at this. He even has the elite point generator. And that's all it comes down to. The comment that he said in the beginning of this replay is solved right here. It's the economy. You can poke at that all you want, but there's an entire node down here that was able to withstand that harass and be enough to be able to rebuild whatever units you did kill off. It's a shame, but it's the truth. Viper stepping up with 2 Falcons. This is just intimidating as hell. You have to retreat from this. You don't want to engage in it. God, that damage. Woo! Holy! Look at that damage. You gotta be able to clean them up, though. Okay, there's 1, 2. Yep, maybe a bit more even. Is Reinforced gonna be able to come in? No. He cleaned them all up. Holy. Yeah, this is very, very bad. Vehicle damage upgrade. Now I'm actually kind of curious. I want to see his soul shrine, and I want to see what he has. Banshees are poking at the shield generator. Let's go check out the soul shrine, shall we? And check out. He is going for the damage, and nothing else. He likes the fact that his vehicles are doing a hell of a lot of work, so he's going to be able to upgrade them, and he doesn't see anything to be able to counter them. Last cannons would have been a good idea. A predator, but he can't. Look at the economy here. He just can't afford anything just yet. And a huge investment for him if he did. I don't think this land speeder is going to be able to make it out, is he? I don't think this land speeder is going to be able to make it out, is he? He is. As his systems are crashing glitchy. Shield generator taking a tight. There's that 1 Banshee still, and nobody's going to be sent down here. They are going to be able to get this land speeder still in the retreat here. And returning aircrafts to home base. This is just scaling, guys. That's all it is. Look at the army of Space Marines versus the army of Eldar. That's all it is scaling. I mean, the micro out of Capuchin wasn't that great. Absolute mess here early game. Even every engagement I've seen so far, it looks like Space Marines were able to win those huge engagements here twice, and Space Marines still won those fights. And I think that's where he's confused. Like, why am I winning these fights and even harassing points, and I'm not able to move and do anything? I just seem to be getting outscaled. Well, how does one get outscaled? It's just about your economy. He's even building up here now. I don't think he was aware of this at all. He never sent any servitors anywhere else. That might be another problem. This might be the only servitor in game the whole game long. Now we have Vipers poking out this point. And slowly going downhill here. Still out. Nearly no army. Drop pod is coming down. And it is ASMs. However, these ASMs might find themselves in a world of hurt. Once these vehicles are going to be able to turn away from this land speeder. Land speeder is barely hanging on here. And pretty sure now they're either going to turn on this ASM squad and or the shield generator. Doesn't really matter what it is, because both things are going to die here within a matter of seconds. 3 Falcons it is. A lot better scaling. That's all it is, honestly. It's the scaling, guys. It's the scaling. That is an insane amount of vehicles. And he's able to build that because he just felt free to harass. I mean, not harass. He just felt free to build it because nothing came down bottom. He was able to acquire enough resources to even defend this after some time. Early on, sure, you can harass all you want, but if you get outscaled, it doesn't really matter much. I mean, I keep saying it over. I keep talking about it over and over again, but you already know what it is. You guys see it. Unless some kind of crazy fight happens, I think Paranoid could win it, but it would have to be like orbital strike, catching up everybody. We do have the Eldar heavy ability in progress. That, to me, that sounds like this Bone Singer was able to get enough vision to be able to proc this, and now Space Marines are on a run. Falcon's moving. This is the attack of the That's actually a fight I wanted to see. I wanted to see that fight. No. Anyways, yeah, I think Paranoid, once he saw that storm and all those Falcons, it was too easy for him to be like, you know what, I'm done. You know what, I'm good. Thanks though. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think. Maybe Paranoid is watching. He is, you know, very active on the games replay website, so maybe helping him out with some input. I already gave him mine over and over and over again to the point where it might have been annoying, but I think just reinstating that might actually help him and maybe fix a problem here or there. There's also, I think there was a bit of, you know what, the build order wasn't that bad actually. His starting was really strong, getting those 2 attacks out of the stronghold, and then right when he hit 400 requisition, he was able to build the attack and the drop pod. And then onto harassing, great. But I think the transition from early harass to mid-game objectives was not clear at all. It seemed like his early game harass expanded through the entire game. You know what I mean? As to the Eldar, playing somewhat defensive here and there, harassed every now and then, and just was able to, I mean, I've said it so many times already, was able to just produce so much resources in the economy to be able to build a huge army and kick his ass. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Alright, I'm done. Peace!